Hello, hello, hello. My name is Huddy and welcome to Masquerade Monday. Today, we are going to look at the brand new trailer that was released for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and we're going to do a little bit of analysis. You guys should already know that I am no good at speculating and that I try and stay away from a lot of spoilers because when the game comes out, I want to play it blind. But we are going to watch it, we are going to talk about it, and let's just get into it.
Shame, darling, darker shame. Thank you for all the joy and pain. Picture show, second balcony was the place we'd meet. Second seat, go Dutch treat. You were sweet.
Okay, before we go any further, I should mention I'll leave the link for the whole trailer in the description if you haven't already seen it. And I have seen it. I did watch it when it first came out, obviously, because I saw it was Bloodlines and I couldn't help myself. But we're going to talk about it. Back up just as up, sorry. I love Mr. Damp so much. I don't even know what kind of face I was making while I was watching that. This is only my second time watching it. Okay, so we have Mr. Damp, obviously, and I know there's a lot of speculations about him, and I have my own speculations about him, but I think as far as we know, or as far as we've been able to glean from what information that we have, he is a Malkavian. And this seems to be Christmas themed. There's stockings over the fireplace, and there's a big old Christmas tree. Not to mention all the family of the dead people that he has strung up with fish wire or whatever it is that he's using, that he's posed and stuff, and just, having the best time. Just, dancing to around the Christmas tree, as we all do. So I don't know if this is implying that when we play the game, it'll be Christmas time or New Year's time. It could make sense. Let's say it's right before Christmas and everybody is out doing their Christmas shopping, and that's when the mass embrace happens, when all the thin bloods are embraced, or people embraced into being thin bloods, however you want to put it. That's a perfect time. There'd be so many people out and about, and that would just be, in my opinion anyway, just a great opportunity to embrace a whole bunch of people in a short amount of time. This could also mean that this game might be released at the end of the year or around Christmas time, but I have no idea. That's just my thoughts. I doubt it, but that's just my thoughts. Okay, so then it shows the jumping down from a high building, which we've seen multiple times, that action in other trailers. Now we have the way out apartments, 24/7 TV, AC units, low price, and Wi-Fi, no vacancy. And I can't necessarily read what it says at the bottom. Josie's something or other. And then across the street we have Aurora Pawn. So another thing that we have gleaned from information that has trickled out is that the Baron or Mr. Damp lives in a damp apartment, and that the Baron might have his haven or his headquarters, if you want to put it that way, in some sort of motel apartment setting. And that might be what we're seeing right here, where you would go to meet with the Baron faction. I don't know. Like I said, this is just speculation, and I'm the worst at it, so enjoy.
Let's show them how we do. Everyone grab a limb.
Whoa. Oh gosh, this goes by so fast. I should have done it the way I did it before, where I did everything frame by frame. All right, this is the best I could get it, because otherwise it's just going to skip right by. Okay, so I don't know who this is supposed to be. No clue. This is the sort of generic Malkavian model that we can see on the Bloodlines 2 website. I think this is the Ventru or the that's the Toreador over here. And I think this is the Ventru one. I'll put little stills up of it in case I'm totally off base, but I don't know who this is. And it's also been speculated that the clan that we can be embraced into after being a thin blood, which my personal thing is that it will be Diablerie, but we'll have to wait and see, it's going to be one of these character models that will that we will need to choose in order to decide which clan we will eventually be once we are no longer a thin blood. Okay, this looks like a decrepit hallway. This might be where Mr. Damp lives. I have no idea.
Bye-bye now.
Okay, and now we have obviously Kindred, I'm guessing from the eye color, who is flipping us off, which is great. And if I'm not mistaken, she's from the Camarilla faction? She's from one of the factions. I'll put it up here if I can find it. I could be totally off base, but I'll put a still up right here if I'm at all correct, which would be shocking. Him as well is from one of the factions. Which one? I'm not sure. Pioneers, maybe? I think he's also from one of the factions. Again, I'll put it up here. Mr. like, 5 days away from retirement, cop-looking guy here. Okay, so now we have Prince Alec Cross, who is, Seattle's version, I'm guessing, of LaCroix, or it's at least a nod to the name since Croix in French means cross. And he's here up in his big building, his skyrise or whatever, and looks like he's having a good time. And he looks really good. I should say before we go any further, I don't pay too much attention to, how it looks, if it looks janky or anything like that, the character movements or anything. It doesn't really bother me. I play games for a storyline. Everything else is secondary. For me anyway. That's a super unpopular opinion nowadays. But I have to say, he looks really defined. Really, like perfect. He looks perfect. I'm down. I love the dancing too. Oh, and he's got the Pope's red shoes, apparently. He told them from... Which Pope was it? The German Pope. I don't remember his name. Get that off. Wow. Okay, so we have some trippy moments going on here. I don't know if those are... I don't know what those represent. I don't know, it almost seems like a dream sequence, or a nightmare sequence, rather, with the building lifting up here in the park. I can back it up just a little bit. Right here, and you see it lift up. But this looks like a church of some kind. I'm not super familiar with Seattle. I haven't been there in about 600 years, so I don't remember all of the landmarks. And even when I did go, I was young, so I definitely wasn't going to go visit churches. But this is a cemetery, so it wouldn't be out of the norm to have a church. And yeah, I would love for there to be some sort of... like haunted thing, like in Bloodlines, oh gosh, the ocean something hotel. I'm terrible. Let's just keep going. Just ignore me. I don't know why anybody listens to me. Okay, and so that was Miss Lugrand, and again, we know from just things that I've heard from people who have gotten to play the game beforehand, preview gameplay or what have you. After you are embraced, you do get a call of some kind from Lou Grand or from someone who she's associated with, and you're supposed to go meet her at on an observatory or a conservatum or something to that effect. I don't think conservatum is right. I'm trying to use the German word, but I'm trying to think of the English word, but it's not working. So I'm just gonna call it conservatum. It's where plant life and things like that can live. And you get a great background view of Seattle here, which I absolutely love. Okay, so then we have right, then we have, in some cases, someone's on fire. The shadow doesn't match. It looks like the shadow is being cast from someone over here who's doing this to this person. Or it could just not have been right. Okay, so it's kind of hard to pause here because it's a little bit blurry, but this looks like the top of the club that we saw in the previous trailer where you go meet, I think her name is Elif or Elif, I'm not sure how you pronounce it actually, the Tremere that you go meet in the trailer of the last trailer that they released. So that's what that looks like. So we're just, so it looks like you're using here Chiropteran, gosh, I can't say that, to the bats. You can sort of see the bat right here, using it to move from rooftop to rooftop, which is obviously an excellent touch. I'm a huge fan of it. Okay. And there's Elif right there from the trailer. Oh god. I mean, how could you resist, right? Oh, man. Wow. And that was an example of mentalism, grabbing the axe, the way that the player character did. And this is another form of Chiroptera and using the bats offensively as opposed to passively moving yourself from rooftop to rooftop. As far as I know, there's another discipline, which is different from the books. This is for the game only. I think it's nebulism, which is like a fog type of ability. So, like, maybe their version of like obfuscate. Wow, it's a lot of dead bodies. Oh, it's so good. It's really so good. Okay, so that's really awesome. There's not a whole lot that I can break down here. It's really just, I don't know, maybe it's because of the times that we're living in. I really feel like I'm missing this type of social interaction. And I'm not an overly social person, but like seeing Elif and that dude in the club, I'm missing that. I'm missing that type of atmosphere. I don't know why. But yeah, I don't know. It's really good. I'm so excited for it. And just showing off what's so different from the other trailers that we've seen is just showing off the more horror elements of Bloodlines 2, because this is the world of darkness, and the world of darkness is full of horror and personal horror, even political intrigue horror. And I can't heap more praise on it. And I especially love the use of everyone's eyes changing color or getting more intense in color to indicate that they are kindred. And I do hope that's something that is present in the game, because that's actually a really cool feature. It might just be for the trailer, but I would totally love that in game. But that's really all I have to say about this. I'm sorry if this video is super short, and I'm sorry if I didn't offer any additional insight. To be perfectly honest, I am just so excited for this game. I want the developers to take all the time that they need to make it. And if anything, this trailer just shows us that the people working on this game, they get it. They really get what the World of Darkness is about, and they're just the best. It's in the best possible hands. So thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Bye bye.